It's Friday, January 19th, I think, and uh, I'm having a exciting adventure again here in Castlegar, and the police just came and told me I have to tow the vehicle from here because A&W doesn't want me here, but I just got here and I was gonna go have a hamburger, and I usually have their coffee, but they don't want me here. And then the police said that also Canadian Tire called them and said they don't want me here, and I parked over here last night beside this van over here, and I wasn't bothering anybody. And out of respect to them, I moved over here to get ready to move over here where I'm welcome at the Sandman. I just spoke to the manager to confirm it, and she says it's fine, but the police came and they harassed me, and they said it was a lie that I can't stay over there. They said that they're going to tow the van and then I'll never get it back, and all these threats. And I'm just trying to fix it so I have somewhere to live, and they want to take it from me every step of the way here in British Columbia. It's disgusting behavior. I was in Portland and they didn't really do that to me. Like, the security guards would just tell me to move on or get out, and we'd have like shouting matches and stuff. But this is like really fucking bad, the way they're treating me. And this guy here is now parking where I need to back up to get out. So technically, if I drive out on the road there, because BCAA canceled my driver's license or whatever, the police, after I gave them $1,500, technically, if I drive out there by the Gordon Food Service truck and then towards McDonald's, and I turn left and come back in this lot, technically, if I'm on the street, then I'm not legal, and the police are probably waiting there for me. So we're just going to go look at that. So then the girl that works here, she came and harassed me. I was going to use some of these things have been here for the whole time I've been here, 2 weeks. And I thought they were garbage, actually. Like, why would you just slum them out like that by the garbage? And she told me I couldn't even use the milk carton there. And so she came right away. So my best fix, I think, is I made this little makeshift thing. I hope I can get through here. It's quite high curb. I don't want to rip out the differential there. So then another guy came, and anyways, the police told me I had to pick up the newspapers I put there to stand on the ice, and then I picked them up, and then when I came out, now I fell, and I really hurt my hip really bad now. So I'm gonna call an ambulance and have an ambulance come and check out my hip there. You see, they're laughing at me, eh? Like, they harass me every time I came into this fucking dump. And they're really bad people. They like just really, really fucking bad. I don't know, like, they don't believe in God, I guess, because I wasn't bothering nobody, and they just come in like fucking cockroaches. Anyways, I'm gonna attempt to get over here, and I'm gonna sacrifice my $200 tent. I found these tires. This should survive, hopefully, over here. And I just technically need to get onto there where I have permission from the manager. I confirm with that. I was even thinking of getting it in writing, but maybe she's going to look at me funny if I ask for that. But, like, no end with the police here and the public. They just want to destroy me, and they know that, like, the cop, he says, well, I said I've stopped by a traffic cop, and he put a certification issue on the van, and there's nothing wrong with the van, actually. It's dirty, and I realize the roof is an issue, but I've always been safe about it. And haven't had a chance because the police have taken my vehicle in British Columbia now 7 times, or 8, or I've been in jail 4 or 5 times, and they just persistent to destroy me here. And what they don't realize is that I have a lot of good friends out in the world, and the world's a big place. British Columbia is a flea compared to the rest of the world. They have no armaments, they have no defense. I guess they're depending on the British to back them up here, but they don't stand a fucking chance here in the world. Like, they're so small, like, in the world, but in their mind they're the best, you know. Like, they think we're number one, and you know, their plates used to say something, you know, the best place on earth, you know, like, that's the attitude, right? And that's the brain set here, and it's really sad. And, you know, I don't feel welcome here, obviously, but I don't have a choice, because I got all my possessions here in the vehicle, and I was planning to fix the roof rack and clean it off, and I was going to clean it up. I want to paint up the van. Inside I have here I'm setting up the inverter, and the last time the police towed the van, they left the inverter plugged in. I asked them to unplug it, because when they arrest you, they just take you from the vehicle with whatever's in your pockets, and then they take all the things out of your pockets and go through the vehicle and everything. And they've done this several times, and I'm missing all kinds of stuff. And you know, they just steal whatever. But I guess they're criminals, really, because I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm just trying to, you know, abide by the rules or whatever, but they're breaking the rules left, right, and center. And anyways, I got the batteries kind of hooked up here. They killed this battery. I just bought it, but they left the inverter on. And this one's still, I think it's kind of like dead, but I got enough to crank, and then I was planning to get some new batteries, but now I've been kicked out of Canadian Tire, where I was going to buy the batteries, and I was, you know, looking for little fittings, and I was going to pay good money to the garage to do the inspection so I could get it roadworthy again, but they don't want me there either. So oh well, I'll take my money elsewhere, and I'll just have the van towed, I guess, when I'm ready. But the manager, very nice lady. I had an issue with the credit cards. I was a little upset with the counter staff, because I couldn't understand why they were billing $157 when the room fee was $127. And so that got sorted out after many phone calls to the credit card company. They charged 20% more for the to bill on the hotel. So here I am, and I was thinking, well, that's one option there. It looks kind of tight, and there's a bit of a dip in there. But this is the other option, but it looks like I'll get stuck. I just don't want to ruin the underside of the vehicle, right? So, yeah. So I'm just going to get off their property. Now I'm off it. And so I'm just going to show the people that were bothering me and harassing me. She came, I bought a hamburger finally. I felt like sad, because like I had to ask them for a coffee once, and the manager bought it for me, but they treated me really poorly. And then I thought, you know, the least I could do is go back and spend some money when I had it. So I got a nice hamburger and everything, and I went to go outside, to eat, and one of these people here, like the woman there, she comes running out and grabs the tray out of my hand. Says I can't go outside with the root beer or something. So then the tray fell on the floor, and I had to pick up all the food and eat it, and then they banned me from the property. And they don't say why. I asked the police why too, and I even asked the guy at Canadian Tire last night why, and they don't say. They just, I don't know. You know, I think actually I'm dead, and this is hell, right? It doesn't matter what you do. You get confronted by these people. But, you know, in the United States, like, I had a rough time with certain entities, like government and police and stuff, but generally the people were very receptive to me. You know, I didn't ask for anything from them, really, occasionally. But, you know, they gave me little gestures and helped me along the way. And even the police in the States were quite fair with me, and people would call the police on me, and, you know, for being vagrant and in parking lots and stuff. And then they just, you know, they seemed pretty nice, and they just asked me to move on. You know, but, you know, they did steal my sleeping bags and things that I needed. And, you know, it's funny because today is almost a year to when I left to go to Ottawa for the trucker protests, and obviously in a different vehicle. But anyways, the guy, he helped me get up after I fell on my hip there. I don't understand these people. It's disgusting. I'm being accosted by young people and threatened by young people, and like, I'm 58 and I have like 3 conditions, and also have diabetes and hypertension, and, you know, and arthritis, and I just been forced into the ground by these people, and a lot of young people too, and it's really disgusting. You know, me, I don't really beat up on older people, really. It's just a rule of life for me. Even if they're asshole, maybe I say you're an asshole or something, but I wouldn't chase after them, you know, and look for them in a parking lot and harass them, and, you know, it's really disgusting behavior. And, you know, there's a lot of good people in the world, and I know it, and they're not here. So I'm just going to try and drive up here. I might make it. I'm just concerned this little dip here. Seems pretty firm though. So yeah, they're making comments to me now. Look at the guy. So yeah, I figured out to tape the tablet onto the visor, and anyways, I don't see anything wrong with the vehicle. Like, the brakes are good, the tires are good. There's a little bit of rust, like you can see here, but I've seen a lot worse vehicles in British Columbia. And the cop's saying I'll never get it back because A&W is going to call and tow the vehicle on me. Somebody hit me on the side here, and I'm going to make that claim to ICBC. And they just hit and run and ruined the door. And then when they towed the vehicle one time, the towing company broke the gate that flips down. I was going to use it to lift the things in. I have my generator and everything. It just flops out and then lifts up with hydraulics. It's quite good, so I have to fix that now. But yeah. Anyways, God works in mysterious ways, and I pity the people that persecute me, because, you know, I saw things happen in the past, and whenever they do this type of thing to me, then things happen, and it's really sad because it makes me depressed, actually. And they know my condition. They all know my name in town now, and I don't know how. The police were the only ones who asked me my name here. So the police are responsible for disclosing my privacy to these people, like my name and where I'm from or what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, which is my projects and getting back to work here. So yeah, losers abound in Castlegar, BC. Somebody said it's like jealousy, and this is, everyone's just taking their shots at me, and they're like sucker punches, right? They're like cross-checking in hockey. They just come up behind you, and, it's really dirty.